Hi everybody, it's still Saturday and Saturday morning, and I decided just to do this quick video and something I wanted to share. In 2014 I almost died. I was given a 15 to 20% chance of survival. I wasn't told that, obviously. I was told before I went into surgery that I had no reserves to fall back on, and it was a very serious operation. I can't really talk about it too much because of legal things which are still going on, but I had suffered for months in pain. I could barely go to see Alfie. Well, I couldn't unless my son took me, and then I couldn't wait to get back home to bed. The medication I was given didn't touch the pain. I was on copious amounts of medication. I could tell you, from Oramorph to diclofenac to all sorts of gabapentin. Those medications actually caused more problems because it turned out I was suffering from a stomach ulcer. Now bear in mind that I'd got collapsed vertebrae from when I was caring for Alfie, and he fell and I fell, and 2 vertebrae in my back collapsed. And Alfie had to go into respite care when I went into hospital, and I was hospitalised a couple of times for this back pain. Then subsequently I began to have other problems. It wasn't my back. There was a burning in my stomach. I felt as though somebody had gone into my stomach with a shovel and they were digging, and I was burning up inside. The pain was tremendous. It was like, I could only liken it at that time, and subsequently when I've given statements, to being in labour 24 hours a day, snatches of sleep in between. My son and his partner had to look after my dog because I couldn't. This went on for months. I was in and out of hospital. And the one hospital I went into when I was admitted, and they said I needed a CT scan, and I'd had MRI, etc. Nothing was picked up. And they said they wanted to do a CT scan the following morning. They admitted me because I was dehydrated. I couldn't drink. I could barely tolerate water. And I went into hospital. The following morning, 2 doctors came around, and the one stood there. I don't know whether he was newly qualified or what he was, and he stood there with his arms folded. He didn't examine me, the woman did. And she said, you don't need a CT scan. The pain is from your back. I said, it isn't, it's my stomach. Knowing what I know now, all of the symptoms were there. The acid reflux, the heartburn, the pains in my chest as though I was having a heart attack, the pains in my stomach, the pains in my back, the bloating, everything indicated a stomach ulcer. I said, I can't leave the hospital until you give me a care plan. And he stood with his arms folded and he said, if you don't leave, I will call security and have you removed. On my heart, this is all documented. And I probably shouldn't be saying anything at the moment, but there you go. There's a reason why I'm saying this now. I left that hospital with my son in my dressing gown, went home, came home. A few weeks later, I was lying on the sofa in pain. The doctor came out, he prescribed Zomorph, in addition to the other tablets. He prescribed that on the Thursday, I think it was. I took some and I slept for a couple of hours. When I awoke, I went to stand up and I collapsed onto the floor as though somebody had stuck a knife in me. I was frightened to dial 999 because of the treatment I'd had at that hospital and because of the fact that nobody would believe what I was telling them. By this time, my weight, I'd lost 3 stone in weight. My weight had gone down to 77 pounds, 5.5 stone. My son came, an ambulance was called. First responder came in, gave me gas and air. I didn't even have the strength to suck on it. They worked on me in the ambulance. They took me to a different hospital, to the one where I'd had that experience. Obviously I was admitted straight away. And I'll never forget the consultant's name, although I can't give it, who saw me, along with the other doctor who was on duty. They examined me, they knew straight away. Straight away. Part of my bowel was dead. I needed emergency surgery. Which they said, if I came through, I would probably need a colostomy bag. But the chances were that I wasn't going to come through that surgery. My son was told a 15 to 20% chance of survival. It was an 8-hour surgery. And it was all played out on Facebook for anybody who disbelieves what I'm saying. It was played out because I was then quite prominent in the animal rights movement, and my son was in contact with a very good friend in Australia, and kept her informed of what was going on, blow by blow account of the surgery. It's all documented. Upshot was I was supposed to be in hospital for 6 weeks. I was in for about 3. I came home and things started to get better, apart from the psychological trauma, which I've never fully recovered from. I had dreams. The one dream where my stomach was split open and I had pigs eating my intestines. The surgery itself meant that I was cut from under my breastbone to below my navel. And the reason I'm making this video and saying this now is because it's all happening again. And I've fobbed things off as a cold or aches and pains. But the past 2 nights have been pretty bad. The morphine hasn't touched it, nothing's touched the pain. And it's the same pain. It's the onset of it again. I did know that, because they said when they did the first surgery, dependent on whether the perforation, whether it had leaked into my stomach, they would have to take my organs out and wash them. And I was told subsequently, when I had further an endoscopy, that I had another ulcer that was active. And I don't know why, on and off, I've had twinges. But the past couple of nights have been just awful. And you normally see me really self-confident and positive and all the rest of it, and I am. But I have no faith in the medical profession, or at least from what happened to me. And the thought now of this recurring all over again is just almost too much to bear for me. So I go to see my doctor and I can't eat. I had that milk and toast this morning. I've only got to have anything, food, and it starts the pain. This is how it went last time, when gradually I couldn't eat, and then gradually it became the liquids also. I think I'm going to be proactive this time. I'm going to look into alternative ways of controlling this. Homeopathy or whatever those ways may be. But I just wanted to come on here and let people know, because I don't want to keep saying, yeah, I've got a cold, no, I'm not very well, no, I didn't sleep very well last night. The reason why is because I have an active ulcer that is causing me a lot of pain. Of course, it can be brought on by stress. I'm convinced that the first ulcer was brought on by the stress of what was going on with Alfie and the nightmare we were put through by a crooked council. And stress does exacerbate it, I know. So I need to minimise that also, where possible. But I just wanted to let you know, and you know, what will be will be. I'm very sort of pragmatic about that, and I've always said, you know, I don't fear death. Like that time, I mean, I couldn't have cared less then. I was in that much pain. What I do fear is pain, and I'm experiencing a lot of that at the moment. So much, in fact, that I can barely get my words out. Anyway, I'm still going to have a good Saturday. I am. And I am going to have an even better Saturday now I've got this off my chest and told you on here and certain people who visit my videos who need to know, who want to know. I'll speak to you all sometime after the weekend. Have a good one. God bless.